Hello, everyone. Wonderful people of God. It's another day, and I'm excited about it. Yes, this just early this morning, I was contemplating on the life of Joseph. Even as I was reading in Genesis 37, it just dawned on me just the family dynamics of Joseph and how God fulfilled his purpose. Yeah, the first thing that started off with Joseph, you know, at a very early age is when Joseph actually dreamt, and the Bible says, as he relayed the information of his dream to his own family, brothers, as well as parents, there was jealousy between in within the siblings, you know. And then, I just wanted to clarify, that even though, jealousy is not a good thing, why then did the Bible say that God is a jealous God, you know? So then we have to decipher the jealousy between between humans or the creation, which we all are, the people of God, and that of God. See, God is bigger than that and bigger than us. You know, He knows us before we existed. And so when says He's jealous, it's in light or in relation to the fact that He wants us to only worship Him and not have no other God. And so if we have any other God apart from God, then he becomes jealous. Not jealous from himself, but jealous for the fact that we will miss the point. And that, like I said, that is quite different from the jealousy that was being portrayed in the siblings of Joseph, because they were not jealous because they wanted the good of Joseph. They were jealous because they wanted Joseph down. They didn't want Joseph to fulfill God's purpose for his life. God becomes jealous because when we move away from Him, we move from our purpose, we move from our destiny, we move from God's will for our lives. And before we were created, the intentions of God were all good and perfect for us. So that's how God becomes jealous, and how the jealousy of God is so different from human jealousy or the jealousy that we see. The jealousy we see around our world today is more to deviate, it deviates us from the will, the purposes, the plans, the design, our destinies. But God's jealousy is jealous for us, if you want to put it that way, because we are missing the point. He wants the very good, the very best for us. He wants us to prosper. He wants us to fulfill our God's divine purposes for our lives. He wants us to, be able to say that, we have actually come to, be in close fellowship with Him. The Bible says God created, and He's created out of pleasure. So we're created, and God wanted to have fellowship with us. He created, and everything that He created was good and perfect, and it's out of pleasure that He created. So, yeah, truly, we're created with all the good intentions. And then the other thing that also struck me is the fact that very often we are not able to differentiate between the people of God and the sin and the action. you know it brings to mind, whenever Jesus spoke in a time where Jesus walked on this earth, and in a Bible time some years back, yeah, more than 2,000 years back, he used the phenomenon, the things that were going on in at the time for them to appreciate what he wanted to, bring across. Like I said, what dawned on my heart, I like movies, is the fact that, in a movie, if we want to put it, our lives are like, the movies that has been, act out. Our lives is like a book, we got the author, we got the actors and actresses. See, if we don't differentiate the actions of the actors and the actresses from, what is reality or who they are. The fact that, you see in the movie that, someone is acting out, killing someone, doing, a bad thing does not necessarily mean that a person is himself or herself is bad. And yet we can understand that very well. And so that's how, in the light of God, God can still love the people, the actors, can can love the actresses, can love the characters in a book, and still despise the action. The Bible says his eyes cannot behold sin, yet he mingled with sinners. People, look down upon him and say, how can you walk with tax collectors? How can you love the sinner and still not be able to behold it? Because he created it with all the good intentions. He wants us to come back to him, to be in line, in purpose for our lives. And so that's why he can decipher the characters from the actual, actions, from in a book, or when we talk about the movies. Nowadays, we know Hollywood, and the movies has affected so many. Like, sometimes I hear of children, going to schools and carrying guns and, firing down so many other. It's because of the influence of the world and the things they see at the very early age. Let us expose our children to the things that will, build them up. How do we cut down the social media? How do we cut down on the movie? How do we cut down so that we are, not necessarily cut down, but expose them more to the things of God that will sort of help depreciate the negative things that are surrounding them. Yes, like I said, we hope that God gives us the grace to be able to love the people and be able to decipher between what the actions are as compared to the person. The person is not the action. God loves the people. How do we take them out from the action? When the movie is ended, the people are totally different from everything that you see. When the book is finished, the characters or whoever they put there, call it a fiction, is not real. God is real. The people are real. God wants to take them out of the enemy's clutch and bring them into the wonderful light of God. We thank God for his deliverance and for his power that is at work in every day of our lives. We bless him for that in Jesus' mighty name. God is glory. To you be glory, honor,